So here we're going to look at speed, distance and time when the units of measurement are in the wrong form. And that means that you're going to have to convert from minutes to decimal hours, as well as solving the speed, distance, time problem. So let's look at just some step-by-step guides or some rules that you need to do. So the first thing you should always do is write out your speed, distance, time triangle, as shown above. Only need to actually write it out once, but here are the three variants of distance, time and speed. 2, write out the formula that you need. So work out from the question, is it speed? If it's speed, write out speed equals distance over time. It's time, it's distance, etc. Question 3, check your units of measurement. Are they consistent? Now in most questions they're not going to be consistent because they're wanting to test you and add another step. So you need to convert your time into decimal hours or into seconds. It depends on the problem, but it's nearly always, they give you hours and minutes and you need to put it into decimal hours. And when you've done that, just input the data correctly according to your formula and then calculate. And then lastly, if necessary, round to 3 significant figures or whatever decimal place or significant figure that the question asks. And then lastly, check, is it realistic? So, questions. A car drives 154 miles distance in 2 hours 24 minutes. There's our time. What is the average speed? So it's asking for speed. Speed equals, and I go to my formula, distance over time. So d over t. And I'm going to jump to step 4 here now and miss out the units of measurement. Input the data correctly. So the distance is 154. That goes on the top, 154 miles. And the time is 2 hours 24. 2 hours. Well, I need that in decimal hours. I can't have it in hours and minutes because it doesn't work. It's not consistent with the average speed that's going to be miles per hour. So it's going to be 2 whole hours and then a decimal hour. So I need to work out what 24 minutes equals. I'm going to divide it by 60. 24 minutes divided by 60 equals our hours. 0.4 hours. So 2 hours and 24 minutes is going to be 2.4 hours. Now let's do the calculation. We've got 154 divided by 2.4, which equals 64.16666 recurring. 64.1666 recurring. And I'm going to write that to 3 significant figures, which is 64, not 0.1 because the 6 rounds up, so it's 0.2. And the speed is miles per hour, mph. Question 2. A man runs at 6 miles per hour, that's speed, for 1 hour, 24 minutes, that's time. How far does he run? Well, they're asking us for distance. Distance equals speed times time. The speed is 6 miles an hour, and the time is 1 hour, 1 point, and we've got 24 minutes again, which we need to convert. Well, the 24 minutes is the same as up here, so it's going to be the same conversion. 24 minutes is 0.4 hours, so 1 hour, 24 minutes is going to be 1.4. I nearly put 2.4 there. 1.4 hours. Do the calculation. 6 times 1.4. You might be able to do that in your head. 6 times 1.4 equals 8.4. 8.4. What's the distance? Well, it's miles per hour, so it's going to be in miles. And then lastly, a ship sails 208 miles. So that is distance. This should say at a speed of 24 miles per hour. So this is our speed. We've got miles and miles, miles per hour. How long does the journey last? So we need to find how long the time, how long it takes. Time equals distance over speed. What is our distance? 208. What is our speed? 24. Now, because we haven't got time in our calculation, we don't need to convert yet, which is quite nice. 208 divided by 24 equals 8.666 recurring. And that's going to be in hours. But in these questions, you have to answer in hours and minutes. So it's 8 whole hours. And we need to work out how many minutes it is. Well, it's 0.666 recurring. So what I'm going to do is put 0.666666, lots of sixes because it's recurring, times 60, which equals 40. Now, if you only did a couple of sixes, you'd get 39.996. So you'd need to round that up to the nearest minute. Can't have decimal minutes either. So be very careful, do lots of sixes, or find your reoccurring button and use that. So that's all 3 answers. You'll probably find that working out time is the easiest one because you don't need to convert until the end. And if you forget your conversions, that it's times 60 to get from hours to minutes, or from minutes to hours, it's divide by 60. If you don't know which way round it is, actually just doing trial and error, you'll get it. For example, 0.66 here. If we divided that by 60 to get into minutes, 0.01111 minutes, that's tiny, when actually it's over half an hour. It's 2/3 of an hour, in fact. So it should be way bigger than that. So you know you've done it wrong.